Win at Home on Afternoon Express, where 3 design contestants are turning 3 empty properties at Val de Vie estate in the Cape Winelands into dream homes using finishes provided by Caesarstone and Plascon. Vote for your favorite and you could win.
Welcome back to the show. It's time for Win at Home. Now, property investment can be a wise one, but when is the right time and when should we consider it? This afternoon, we have Val de Vie Marketing Director and property developer Ryk Neethling with us in the loft to talk a little bit more about property investment and specifically investing in estate living. He's also sharing some very exciting news about an investment in Val de Vie, on which, of course, we're hosting this 3rd season of Win at Home. It's always good to chat to you, Ryk.
Thank you very much, Danilo. Thank you.
So Val de Vie is obviously beautiful. I've spent as much time as I can there, and I'm starting to get this itch in my system to want to start investing in property soon.
It's rubbing off on you.
Yeah, it is really rubbing off on me. The grass too. But why is it, do you think, that people invest in estate living?
Well, I think today, unfortunately, all the municipalities can't provide, all the best services that people are looking for, like parks. Simple things like sidewalks, like public pools, and private developers like ourselves, if the scale is big enough, can provide all of that. They provide the parks, the swimming pools. Obviously, there's a levy involved, but and the security. Security is huge, and to give people the opportunity to live outdoors again and to not have these huge walls. So I think that's what we found, and I think the scale is important. Val de Vie is almost 1,000 hectares now, so you see the security as you enter, and that's the last time you see a wall, and you can just walk and play, and the kids can, the kids can be kids.
Exactly, looking towards the future. I think that's what investment's about anyway, in so many different ways. I'm excited to have you here today because this show seems to be jam-packed, full with surprises and all of those really good things. You've also got a surprise. Val de Vie's recently got a new investor.
Yes, we're very excited. Patrice Motsepe and his new, investment business took a 20% stake in the estate. We're very excited about it, for various reasons. Obviously, somebody with his caliber as an investor to also see the value that we obviously see every day, but for him to see that, and to also, for us, it's a sign of the future, what's to come. It's not. I think the best is still to come, and so we're very excited about that investment, and it's going to enable us to provide even a better service than we have at the moment.
Exactly. I mean, for somebody who's going to be applying to win one of those properties, this is an exciting perspective, because the value of their property now, if this is a good enough investment, will grow the value of their property in years to come, which I think is very, very exciting. But why are companies and individuals investing in this sort of space? And what is the difference between that and private individuals? And what does that mean to our pockets?
Obviously, people want to diversify their investments. And they're looking for good quality assets to invest in. So in tough times, people always go to the quality, or the quality assets always appreciate most. And I think this is what you see now, is that that residential property can be a little bit risky sometimes, but if it's in a good location with good management, then those assets can really appreciate quite fast, and it can be a great investment. So obviously we've got individual investors as well, people that buy a couple of plots and they build these houses on spec. But to have an institutional investor like Patrice and ARK Invest, for us, is a great vote of confidence.
I've always been taught that, I've been working through my investments over my lifetime, not that there have been many, but you always start with the sort of shares to kind of get that accelerated growth as a youngster. But property seems to be one of those ones that people always do want to move towards. And in many ways, that's probably going to be my next move when it comes to investments. Property investment has been a huge industry for a very long time, and it's going to continue to grow. And you've mentioned the idea that obviously it appreciates as it grows. But when is the right time in somebody's life to invest in property? Like, when do we know that property is now?
I think last year.
Okay.
Like
so I'm late.
Yeah, just as soon as possible. I think the sooner you get into the market, it always seems daunting, and then 3-4 years later you say, wow, I could have bought a plot at Val de Vie for 800,000, and now they're going for 1.5 million. So So, but again, location. Also look at the at the track record of the company. Make sure that they follow through on their promises. The management must be good. The financial statements of the homeowners association, those kind of things. And if you tick all those boxes, then I think you'll be happy, and don't be discouraged if things go maybe a little bit slower than what you want them to.
Yeah.
Property takes time. Yes. It's a big ship. It's a big wheel, but it turns, and once it pays off very handsomely.
Sure. I always love listening to you because I only learned from you today, in fact, that your history in terms of education was around property development and things. So it really is wise advice coming from you, Ryk, and it's good to have you in the loft.
Thank you very much, Danilo.
Sure. It's always fascinating conversation. So when approaching property investment, make sure you do your homework and put some time into looking at different properties. If you particularly dream of living on an estate life, and then make sure that you vote for your favorite winner home design contestant's bathroom now and stand a chance to win big. Here's how.
Vote for your favorite design contestant's bathroom on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance of winning Plascon paint to the value of 5,000 Rand. You also automatically get entered into the draw to win one of the 3 finished apartments valued at over 3 million Rand. Winner Home is proudly brought to you by Private Property in association with Nedbank.